Well, like I said, what's the mindset around these last couple days? It's quite a break for the players. So do you want them to kind of take the chance to relax, or do you want them to kind of stay dialed the whole time?
I want them to relax. I think we've played hard. We've got a chance to relax. We got to use it. I think at this time of year everybody's banged up a little bit, so it's nice to get the rest to kind of just heal and start to get focused.
Do you guys feel like you played your best hockey at this tournament yet?
Oh, I don't know. I think you only play as well as other teams let you play. These are tough teams, so we haven't. I don't think we've been. I don't think we've had as many opportunities that we've had in the past, but a lot will go to the teams we're playing where they're just good teams.
Is that an event where you kind of hope to see your team get better every game, or does the level of play makes it important?
Well, you always hope to get better every game for sure. It'd be great for us to have our best game in the final, and that's what we're hoping to do. But I do think you learn a little bit as you go, and if you probably should be able to bring some stuff from what you've seen and to improve.
How have you guys been able to enjoy these days, Willie? Last played on Tuesday, next game Sunday. How has this group been able to enjoy the experience a little more?
Well, it is nice to have a little time. I think you do get to enjoy it a little bit more. I can't speak exactly for the players. I think they've been relaxing. It's nice too. They've had time with their families. They've been away from their families all year. So some of the families are down and they are getting to spend time with their families, which is really great.
Is this for you also just, there is just one more game for this season. Is it for a chance for them and even for yourself just to be with this group a little bit longer?
Yeah, it is, and you got to use that. I don't know if I thought about that enough, but it's true. Like, as soon as it ends right away. Like, it's totally done. So we should spend a little bit of time doing that because, when it ends, it'll be done quick.
You probably don't want to pick a team, but from what you've seen so far, who do you think is going to play against the Tigers on Sunday?
Oh, I won't pick one team
No,
for
you
sure.
don't want to pick, but...
I don't know. I think both are really good teams. I do. I think, the very first time I saw these teams, I go, those guys look like American League teams. They're big, they're strong, they got big defense. So, and they're really well coached. So both teams are really, really good teams. And, when we played them, we had tough games against both groups. So, whatever group comes out, we got to be ready for it.
In which way maybe are they different from the Wildcats on the night?
They are pretty similar, really. They defend well. They've got high-end skills, so when the opportunities are there, they can score. And they both got good goaltending, and that's kind of a recipe for any team success. But they're bigger than most teams, though. They're heavier than most teams.
Was there anybody, I know you're a veteran coach, but was there anybody you talked to, the history of this tournament, a lot of teams have gotten 4 days off and then they were flat in the final. Like London was last year. So did you talk to anybody about it?
We've talked a little bit with our league and that. We were when I was in Van in 07, we got by into the final, so we've had a little bit of that experience as well. So, but I think it just varies. It depends where your team's at that time. Like, if you're super, rested and ready, like, then maybe you do some different things. You do more activities. For us, we're more focused on just getting healthy and getting ready to play.
When do you ramp it up?
We got to start today. We talk about the water has to get hot. Like, you can't let the water get too cool or you won't get it warm again. So today we got to make sure we start heating it up, and then tomorrow for sure we got to get going.
You've seen Gavin McKenna do this stuff for a while now. Is there anything he does on the ice that still surprises you?
Well, there is always stuff that surprises me because he does stuff that you don't think of. Like, normal people just don't think of some of those moves. So he'll do things and you'll just go, holy. But saying that, it probably doesn't surprise you as much now as it has in the past because you've seen it so often.
What do you think of the way he's handled the tournament?
It's good. Like, he's, I think he's come in here. He missed some games in the championship series, so obviously he wasn't on top of his game. He wasn't the best, coming in. But he's such a quality guy. Like, you still have him out at the end of the games because he has the ability to find a way. He just does. He finds a way, and that's what makes him special.
Seeing him in this environment, he was at the World Juniors. Does that compare a little bit to the level of play around him, also the opponents, and seeing him perform in that environment? It's still impressive.
It is impressive. You look back to his U18s, when he was overseas and he had such an incredible tournament, set a record for points. The World Juniors, maybe he didn't have quite the results, but he still went from maybe being a third line player up to being one of their key guys. So he took a big climb in that tournament as well. And he just seems to have a way in big tournaments to play better. And we're hoping he has his best game for sure.
Really, for your 20s and you're even the 19s going pro next year, is it an easy game to play Sunday being the last in junior hockey, or is it hard, or how do they look at this game here on Sunday?
For me, I wouldn't look at it as any different in any game. Like, I'm not worried about anything outside of that game. I got one focus. Whatever happens after that, I'll deal with it. But I'm just focused on that game. So I don't know where they're at, but that would be my thought.
How closely do you follow what other coaches are saying here, the media availabilities from other teams? Do you watch that at all?
Not a lot, no. I do think that there's things you learn what they're thinking for sure on your team, but coaches are smart. They'll say the right things.
Are you fascinated with Gardner and the stories? It seems that crazy stories about everything.
No,
demeanor all around. How different is it from the typical coach, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but he's had great success. The only thing that matters to me is his success, and he's had a lot of success, and he's had that for a reason. He's not lucky. So, I watch what he does on ice, and he does a good job.